Episode 1. Betrayed in Childbirth. Snow lashed against the temple roof like thrown knives. Lin Yue lay on the cold stone floor, blood spreading beneath her silk robes. Her newborn had already been taken. Outside, the Zhao clan caravan wheels rolled away. Her mother-in-law did not even look back. "Leave her," the old woman said. "She is already dead." Lin Yue tried to scream. No sound came. Only wind. Only betrayal. Her fingers scraped toward a fallen jade pendant near the Buddha statue. The pendant was cracked. Family heirloom. Worthless, everyone said. Her blood touched its surface. And suddenly, light. A silver storm exploded inside her mind. Ancient shelves. Floating treasures. A voice older than empires whispered, "Heavenly Vault Awakening." Her eyes widened. Then darkness swallowed everything. Lin Yue gasped awake. She sat upright in embroidered bedding. Incense burned. Sunlight touched painted screens. Her maid screamed, "Miss! You startled me." "Miss? Not madam?" Lin Yue turned. Her wedding portrait was gone. Calendar scroll. 15th year of Emperor Xuande. 5 years before her death. She was reborn. Her hands shook. This time, the Zhao clan would regret leaving her to die. Episode 2. The Heavenly Vault. That night, Lin Yue locked her chamber. She pressed blood onto the pendant. The room dissolved. She stood inside endless silver space, rows upon rows of floating shelves, ancient swords, medicine manuals, treasury seals, boxes sealed in dragon chains. A floating inscription appeared. Storage Realm, Level 1. She reached for a bronze chest. It vanished from shelf. Appeared in her hand. Storage and retrieval. Anything hidden. Anything preserved. Her heart thundered. Not spirit farming. Not immortal fields. A true secret storage dimension. Then she saw a locked black gate deep in the vault. Its chains rattled. Something alive behind it. She stepped back. A spirit guardian formed from mist, old as mountains. "Master Reborn," it said. "Enemies move already." At dawn, her father announced Zhao family envoys had arrived to finalize her marriage. Lin Yue smiled. "Perfect. Let the game begin." She opens a chest containing forgotten imperial gold. Chaku. Episode 3. Breaking the Marriage Contract. The Zhao clan arrived, dressed in gold. Smiling snakes. Zhao Ren offered silk and jade. Lin Yue remembered the man who let her die. She poured tea, then deliberately spilled it onto the contract. Gasps filled the hall. "I refuse this marriage," she said. Her father nearly collapsed. Zhao Ren laughed coldly. "A merchant's daughter dares insult nobility?" Lin Yue removed a gold seal from her sleeve. One from the Heavenly Vault. Ancient imperial mint seal. Her father stared. Where had she gotten it? "With this," she said, "I can buy your clan." The Zhao elders turned pale. Humiliation. Public insult. A feud began. That night, assassins entered her courtyard. Lin Yue opened the vault, pulled out hidden repeating crossbows. Bolts flashed. 3 killers fell. 1 escaped. To warn Zhao Ren. He whispered in terror. "She has ghost treasures." A masked prince watches everything from a rooftop. Episode 4. The black market auction beneath the capital lay Ghost Market, where forbidden relics were sold. Lin Yue entered disguised in black silk. At auction appeared a broken jade key. Her vault reacted. This was tied to its deepest chamber. A prince in silver mask bid against her. 10,000 taels. 20. 50. She smiled and produced a lost dragon coin from the vault. The hall exploded. Impossible. The silver-masked prince leaned close. "Who are you?" She answered. "The one buying destiny." She won the key. But leaving the market, assassins attacked. The masked prince drew a sword. Together they fought back to back. When his mask slipped, she recognized Prince Shen Rui, the emperor's feared investigator. Danger wrapped in silk. He looked at her strangely, as if he knew she carried a secret. The jade key unlocks part of the heavenly vault. Purser, Episode 5. The Prince's Suspicion. The jade key opened a hidden chamber. Inside floated maps, secret granaries, war routes, evidence of corrupt ministers stealing famine relief. Lin Yue decided to act. Using the storage realm, she moved grain overnight. Whole villages awoke to food. People called it heaven's miracle. Court officials called it treason. Prince Shen Rui arrived at her manor. Alone. No guards. He placed one arrow bolt on the table. The same used in her courtyard battle. "I know you are hiding something," he said. She smiled. "And if I am?" He leaned closer. "Then I want to know whether you are my enemy or my greatest ally." Before she could answer, imperial soldiers surrounded the manor. Arrest order. Charge. Stealing grain from ministers. Shen Rui drew his sword. Not against her. Against the soldiers. Prince Shen Rui choose her. Episode 6. Escape through the vault. Rain hammered the tiled roofs of Lin Manor as imperial soldiers poured through the gates. Torches hissed in the storm. Steel flashed in orange light. Boots thundered across stone courtyards. By decree of the Ministry of Justice, Lin Yue is charged with theft against the Empire, the captain roared. Servants screamed. Doors burst open. Archers took position. In the main hall, Lin Yue stood motionless. Prince Shen Rui's hand rested on his sword. "There are too many," he murmured. Lin Yue touched the jade pendant hidden in her sleeve. Its warmth surged. "There is another way." The pendant burned silver. The world split. Light exploded around them. Soldiers lunged and struck emptiness. Lin Yue and Shen Rui vanished. Shen Rui stumbled onto a marble platform floating in endless stars. His breath caught. Shelves stretched beyond sight. Ancient scrolls drifted in luminous currents. Weapons hovered like constellations. Bronze chests rotated slowly in void. "What place is this?" he whispered. Lin Yue answered. "The heavenly vault." He turned slowly. For the first time, the cold prince looked shaken. He reached toward a floating jade seal. It moved into his hand as though obeying thought. "A secret realm." "No," said a deep voice. The spirit guardian emerged from silver mist. "A treasury between worlds." Shen Rui drew his sword. Lin Yue raised a hand. "Peace." But suddenly the distant black gate shook. Boom. Chains rattled. Boom. A force pushed through its seals. The guardian's face darkened. "Someone has traced the vault." Outside, an enemy cultivator. Shen Rui frowned. "Can they enter?" "Not yet." The guardian pointed to a bronze talisman. "Use this. Escape before the seal weakens." Lin Yue grabbed it. Symbols flared. Silver fire engulfed them. They emerged in a ruined mountain shrine. Cold wind swept broken prayer flags. For a moment, silence. Then Shen Rui laughed softly. "A woman accused of grain theft hides a cosmic treasury." Lin Yue almost smiled. "You regret helping me?" He stepped closer. "No, I regret underestimating you." Then, thunk. An arrow struck the shrine pillar. Another. Assassins. Dark figures moved in rain. Lin Yue's eyes narrowed. Even here they had been hunted. She opened the vault, pulled free repeating crossbows. Shen Rui stared. "You store weapons in another world." She handed him one. "Tonight you learn why my enemies fear me." Bolts screamed through rain. Battle erupted. And deep in the heavenly vault, the black gate opened a finger's width. Something watched. Episode 7. The Spirit Behind the Gate. Near dawn, Lin Yue dreamed she was dragged back into the vault. The shelves darkened, stars dimmed, the black gate stood open, its chains broken. A towering figure stepped through, dragon horns, scholar robes, eyes burning gold. Shenrui was nowhere, only silence. The being spoke. I am the first keeper. Its voice shook the heavens. Lin Yue knelt instinctively. You guard this place? I built it. He gestured. Galaxies swirled around them. This vault once held the Empire's greatest secrets. Dynasties rose through it. Dynasties died for it. He lifted a hand. Scenes appeared. Ancient emperors, war, treasures, blood. Then his gaze sharpened. Each use drains your years. Lin Yue froze. What? The vault gives miracles. It always takes payment. Her silver lifespan thread appeared, already shortened. Shock hit her. But before she could speak, the keeper offered a wooden case. Meteor iron needles. Take them. Silent judgment for hidden enemies. Then he leaned close. Another reborn soul walks your path. Lin Yue woke, gasping. At dawn, bounty posters covered the city. Lin Yue treason, 50,000 tales bounty hunters tracked them to a roadside inn. Night fell. Footsteps outside. Shenrui touched his sword. They've come. 10 killers burst through windows. Lin Yue flicked meteor needles. 1, 2, 3. Men dropped before drawing blades. Shenrui stared. Those move faster than sight. The inn burned. They escaped into storm. At dawn, they found hidden ledgers revealing corrupt ministers had diverted famine grain to private granaries. A conspiracy bigger than the Zhao clan. And among the records, a red silk seal. One Lin Yue remembered from another life. Someone else remembered the future. Episode 8. First Blood Revenge. Lin Yue decided fear was no longer enough. It was time for retaliation. Using ledgers hidden in the vault, she mapped Zhao smuggling routes. Salt. Weapons. Illegal taxes. Every crime. She anonymously delivered proof to censors. Within days, Imperial raids struck Zhao warehouses. Goods seized. Ships burned. Accounts frozen. Zhao Ren smashed a jade cup against the wall. That woman dares challenge me? His mother hissed. She should have died. He summoned Black Lotus assassins. Meanwhile, Lin Yue entered Ghost Market. Underground lanterns glowed red. Mercenaries whispered. Relics changed hands. At one stall, she found an old bronze mirror. The merchant whispered, "It shows roads not taken." Her vault reacted. She bought it. That night, she activated the mirror. Mist swirled. Visions formed. War. Fire. A woman dressed in crimson smiling directly at her. I know you returned, the vision whispered. Lin Yue dropped the mirror. Cold spread through her bones. Another reborn player. On a mountain bridge, Black Lotus killers attacked. Rain poured. Torches hissed. 20 assassins. Shenrui drew steel. Lin Yue opened the vault. Repeating crossbows appeared. Battle lit the storm. A killer lunged. She sidestepped. Meteor needle through throat. Another. Another. Shenrui fought like a demon prince. Then fire arrows struck bridge ropes. Flames climbed. Wood snapped. Lin Yue fired hidden bolts. Assassins fell screaming into gorge waters. The bridge collapsed behind them, their first true shared victory. But on distant cliffs, a red-robed woman watched, smiling. Episode 9, The Emperor's Test. A golden summons arrived. By imperial command, Lin Yue was ordered to court, execution or honor. Dragon pillars towered over the throne hall. Officials in crimson-lined marble floors. The emperor studied her. So, the woman who steals grain and embarrasses nobles. Silence. Then he smiled faintly. Answer 3 problems. First minister stepped forward. Famine in 3 provinces. What is your remedy? Lin Yue answered calmly. Decentralized granaries and merchant transport networks. Murmurs. Second minister, border rebellion. She answered, supply lines win wars before swords do. Third, treasury deficit. She proposed reforms centuries ahead of their time. Court whispered in shock. Then banquet began. Musicians played, wine poured, and Lin Yue saw powder fall into the emperor's cup. Poison. Her hand moved. Meteor needle flashed. A servant collapsed dead. Chaos. Guards drew steel. She attacks the throne, ministers shouted. Shen Rui stepped forward. She saved it. Tension held. At last, Emperor waved silence. Later in private, he gave Lin Yue a jade token. Access to the Imperial Treasury Labyrinth. Prove your loyalty there, he said. But as she left the hall, a woman in red blocked her path. Beautiful, dangerous, smiling. I died once too, she whispered. Lin Yue's blood ran cold. Episode 10, Banquet of Assassins. Mid-autumn lanterns lit the capital. Music, mooncakes, fireworks, and murder. The woman in red revealed herself. Lady Sue, former empress in another life, now reborn. You stole the destiny meant for me, she said. Lin Yue replied, destiny is not inherited, it is taken. Then dancers entered banquet hall. Silk sleeves hid blades. Suddenly assassins struck. Lanterns crashed. Fire spread. Massacre. Lin Yue opened the heavenly vault. In full court view, crossbows, armor, smoke bombs, ancient weapons. Appearing from empty air, guards armed instantly. Panic erupted. Shen Rui dueled rebel commander. Steel rang across marble. Lin Yue faced Su Wei. Two reborn women, two futures. They clashed. Su Wei wielded hidden arts. Lin Yue answered with meteor needles. Fireworks burst above bloodshed. At climax, Su Wei seized a fragment key from Lin Yue's sleeve and escaped through flames. Rebels crushed. Emperor saved. But victory tasted bitter. That night, Spirit Guardian appeared. 10,000 northern banners march. War had begun, and deepest chamber of the vault stirred awake, its door slowly opening. Something vast behind it, waiting. Episode 11, Reward or Execution Dawn. After the banquet of assassins arrived red as spilled blood. Smoke still rose from palace courtyards. Burned silk banners fluttered in the wind. Servants scrubbed marble stained dark. Yet no one spoke openly of what happened. At court, survival often mattered more than truth. Lin Yue stood once more beneath dragon pillars. Only this time the entire imperial court stared at her with fear. A woman who summoned weapons from thin air. A woman who saved the emperor. Or perhaps a sorceress who threatened the throne. The emperor's face revealed nothing. You have rendered service, he said. A pause, or committed blasphemy. The hall tightened. Execution or reward balanced on one breath. Minister Han stepped forward. This woman commands forbidden arts. She should be imprisoned. Another countered. She saved His Majesty. Voices erupted. Lin Yue remained still. Then the emperor raised a jade tablet. Silence fell. Lin Yue will enter the Imperial Treasury Labyrinth. If she survives and returns the dragon ledger, she shall be ennobled. If she fails, death. A test. Or a trap. After court, Shen Rui intercepted her. This labyrinth kills princes. Lin Yue touched the jade pendant. Then perhaps it has met the wrong woman. That night she entered the vault. The spirit guardian appeared. The labyrinth was once linked to the heavenly vault itself. It showed her a hidden map. And a warning. Someone inside court seeks the same treasure. When Lin Yue left the secret realm, she found a dagger pinned to her chamber door. Wrapped around it. Red silk. Lady Su Wei. Watching. Waiting. Episode 12, The Bronze Mirror Prophecy. Before entering the labyrinth, Lin Yue returned to the prophecy mirror. Mist swirled. This time vision sharpened. She saw floodwaters drowning villages, northern armies breaching walls, a throne in flames, and Shenrui, bleeding. Then another vision. A child holding her jade pendant, her son, alive somewhere in this timeline. She nearly dropped the mirror. Could fate return what death had stolen? But the mirror showed one final image. Lady Su Wei wearing an imperial crown, a rival destiny at dawn. Lin Yue and Shen Rui descended into the imperial treasury labyrinth. Stone doors groaned shut behind them. Darkness swallowed torchlight. Ancient traps lined corridors, needle walls, false floors, bronze guardian statues. At first chamber, inscriptions covered the walls. Shen Rui translated, "Only those who understand value may enter." 3 doors stood ahead. Gold, jade, wood, a riddle. Greed would choose gold, power jade. Lin Yue chose plain wood, correct. The walls shifted. A hidden route opened. Shen Rui smiled. "You think like emperors," she answered softly. "No, like survivors." Deep below, they found a chamber of bronze mirrors. Each showed alternate futures. One showed Lin Yue dead. Another showed her as empress. Then a mirror moved. Not reflection. A person stepped through. Lady Su Wei. She had entered another path. And she was not alone. Armed killers emerged behind her. Inside the labyrinth, war began. Episode 13. Enter the treasury. Labyrinth steel rang in underground darkness. Shen Rui fought 2 killers. Lin Yue fired meteor needles. Torches toppled. Ancient dust rose. During battle, Su Wei fled deeper. Taking the dragon ledger first, Lin Yue pursued. The labyrinth grew stranger. Rooms of floating compasses. Hallways moving by themselves. Star maps on ceilings. At its core stood a black stone gate. Its symbols matched the gate inside her heavenly vault. Connected. She touched it. The jade pendant flared, and secret compartments opened. Ancient military routes, hidden treasury records. Then, a sealed scroll, the dragon ledger. But taking it awakened guardians. Bronze warriors moved, eyes burning blue. They attacked. Shen Rui shouted, "Run!" But Lin Yue did not. She opened the vault. For first time inside another magical site. Storage shelves burst into being. Weapons flew. Ancient spears armed statues against themselves. The labyrinth shook. As they escaped collapsing halls, Shen Rui grabbed her wrist. "Why risk yourself for me?" She froze. A question from 2 lifetimes. Before she could answer, ceiling collapsed. They fell into unknown depths. They awoke in hidden under-palace ruins. An underground lake reflected blue fire. There Lady Su Wei waited. Not hostile, almost amused. "We are alike," she said. "In my first life, I was empress, poisoned by ministers. Now I rewrite history." Lin Yue answered, "By killing innocents?" Su Wei smiled. "History has always been written in blood." She proposed alliance, join forces, share the heavenly vault, take the empire. For one heartbeat. Lin Yue imagined it. 2 reborn women changing dynasties. Then she remembered childbirth, betrayal, power without mercy. No. Su Wei sighed, then attacked. A duel unlike before. Illusion arts, hidden blades, prophecy against prophecy. During combat, Su Wei revealed shocking truth. "Your Zhao husband serves ministers funding northern invasion." Lin Yue staggered. Her revenge was entangled with empire-wide war. Then Su Wei escaped again, leaving behind a jade fragment, part of a deeper vault key, and a whispered warning. "The throne will force you to choose empire, or your son." Those words haunted Lin Yue all night. Episode 15. The jade key fragment back above ground, the Emperor examined the dragon ledger. Inside were records of hidden war treasuries, supply tunnels, ancient weapon caches. Court erupted in greed, but the Emperor granted Lin Yue noble rank. Lady of hidden treasury. Enemies smiled politely, plotting murder. That night she studied the jade fragment. The heavenly vault reacted. A hidden chamber opened. Rows of forbidden relics, and one crystal map, showing a buried imperial arsenal beneath the northern frontier. Exactly where invasion gathered, war and vault were bound together. Then Zhao clan struck. Assassins kidnapped Lin Yue's younger brother. Demand: return dragon ledger. Lin Yue rode alone to ruined pagoda meeting place. Moonlight silvered broken tiles. Zhao Ren stepped from shadows. The man who let her die. Still alive. Still arrogant. I should have killed you sooner, he said. Lin Yue answered, you did. And that was your mistake. Battle erupted. This was no court intrigue, pure revenge. Zhao Ren wielded hidden poison blades. Lin Yue answered with vault relic weapons. During duel, she revealed evidence of his treason. His face paled. How do you know these secrets? She stepped close. Because I have watched you betray me before. For the first time, fear. But before she could kill him, war horns sounded from distant walls. Northern armies had arrived. 10,000 banners. The invasion had begun. Zhao Ren escaped into chaos. Lin Yue held her rescued brother, and understood. Her personal revenge had become a war for the Empire. Episode 16. Assassins in Silk. The capital did not sleep after news of invasion. War drums echoed through the city walls. But while generals prepared for enemies outside, another enemy moved within. At the emperor's winter banquet, noblewomen arrived in embroidered silk. Jewels glittered. Music flowed. Everything appeared peaceful. Lin Yue felt danger. Too quiet. Too perfect. Then she saw it. One court dancer's sleeve carried the Black Lotus insignia. Assassins, hidden among performers. Before she could warn the throne, blades flashed. Silk dancers became killers. Chaos exploded. Ministers fled. Guards fell. Lin Yue opened the heavenly vault beneath her sleeve. Meteor needles struck 3 assassins instantly. Shen Rui cut through another wave, but this attack was distraction. The true target. The Imperial war maps. One assassin reached the strategy chamber. Lin Yue pursued through burning corridors. There she faced the assassin leader in silver silk. Their blades clashed beneath lantern fire. At the climax, she used a relic chain weapon from the vault, wrapped his sword arm, disarmed him. But before dying, he whispered, "The enemy already sits beside the emperor." A traitor in court. Before Lin Yue could question more, he swallowed poison. Dead. And someone inside the palace smiled in shadow. Kri. Episode 17. Prince Shen Rui's Secret. After the assassination attempt, Shen Rui took Lin Yue to a hidden ancestral shrine beneath the palace. There he showed her a secret buried for decades. He was not merely an imperial investigator. He was the emperor's hidden eldest son, the rightful heir, concealed after a succession massacre. Lin Yue stared in shock. All this time, he nodded. My enemies would kill me if this became known. Then he showed her something stranger. An ancient wall carving, a symbol matching the heavenly vault. His royal bloodline had once guarded its secrets. Their fates had been intertwined long before this life. Before Lin Yue could respond, the prophecy mirror in her sleeve began glowing. A new vision appeared. Shen Rui crowned emperor, then dying in blood. She turned pale. He noticed. What did you see? Lin Yue hesitated. Then for first time she told someone about her former life. Her death. Her rebirth. The betrayal. Shen Rui listened in silence, then said softly, "Then in this life, I will help you rewrite the ending." For a moment war vanished. Only trust remained. Then an urgent messenger arrived. Northern armies breached Iron Pass, and among enemy generals, Zhao Ren had joined them. The war had become personal again. Episode 18. The Auction of Dragon Bones. To stop the northern invasion, Lin Yue needed weapons hidden in an ancient frontier arsenal, but the key to its location was being sold in the most dangerous place in the empire, the Dragon Bones auction, held once every 10 years beneath a dead mountain. Only warlords, assassins, princes, and traitors were invited. Lin Yue entered disguised in black phoenix robes. Shen Rui came masked beside her. Inside, relics of fallen dynasties were sold. Immortal blades, war maps, forbidden seals. Then the final item appeared. A Dragonbone command token, the key to the buried arsenal. Immediately bidding erupted. Enemy generals, corrupt ministers, and Lady Sue. Prices soared. Lin Yue realized someone intended to bankrupt her. Then she smiled and produced a relic from the heavenly vault. An extinct emperor's tribute coin. The hall gasped. Its value eclipsed kingdoms. She won. But the auction was a trap. Doors slammed shut. Crossbows descended from ceilings. A massacre began. Bidders turned killers. Shen Rui fought through chaos. Lin Yue opened the vault, summoning hidden armor and smoke bombs. But amid the bloodshed, Sue whispered, "You won the token, but I stole the map," and vanished into darkness. As Lin Yue escaped collapsing tunnels, she knew the race for the arsenal had begun. Through Episode 19, Trap at Moon Pavilion. To recover the stolen map, Lin Yue traveled to Moon Pavilion, an abandoned lakeside palace where spies once met. But it was a trap. Lanterns glowed across empty halls, too still, too silent. Then doors slammed shut. Poison mist flooded the pavilion. Sue emerged in red silk. "You trust patterns too much, Lin Yue." Lin Yue used the vault to seal herself from poison, but Sue activated ancient illusion arrays. Suddenly, Lin Yue saw visions. Her dead child. Her first life betrayal. Shen Rui bleeding. The illusions attacked her mind. For the first time, she nearly broke. Then she remembered the first keeper's words. The vault protects those who master memory. She opened the heavenly vault. Silver light shattered illusions. The real battle began. Steel against steel. Prophecy against prophecy. During the duel, Sue revealed a deeper truth. The enemy invasion was only phase 1. Someone sought to seize the heavenly vault itself. Then Sue struck the jade pendant in cracking it. The storage realm trembled. Shelves collapsed. Its power flickered. Lin Yue froze. If the vault died, everything died. Shen Rui arrived just in time. Together they forced Sue to retreat. But when Lin Yue entered the secret space again, the deepest black gate had begun opening on its own, and something inside whispered her name. Episode 20. The Sealed Chamber Opens. The cracked jade pendant pulsed through the night. Inside the heavenly vault, silver shelves trembled. Treasures drifted wildly as though a storm had entered the secret realm. And the black gate, the forbidden gate, was opening. Lin Yue stepped forward despite the spirit guardian's warning. "Do not cross," it said. What lies beyond was sealed by emperors. But Lin Yue had crossed death itself. She touched the gate. It opened. Beyond was a vast hidden chamber unlike the rest of the vault. No shelves, no relics, only a floating black altar. And above it, a golden sphere turning like a miniature sun. The core of the heavenly vault. Its true heart. Ancient inscriptions circled the chamber. Only one who bears loss may command empire. As Lin Yue approached, vision struck her. Dynasties rising, kings murdering for the vault, cities burning. Then one final revelation. The heavenly vault was not merely storage, it was a war treasury, built to supply armies across realms. Its true purpose was about to awaken. Then a voice emerged from the sphere. Not the first keeper. Something older. The Northern Emperor seeks the core. Lin Yue's blood chilled. The invasion was coming for her. Suddenly alarms shook the chamber. Su Wei had breached the outer seals. She entered with enemy cultivators. Battle erupted inside the vault itself. Treasures became weapons. Ancient chains lashed through silver storms. At the climax, Lin Yue touched the core, and hidden armor of a forgotten empress formed around her. With one strike, she drove Su Wei back. But not before Su Wei stole a shard of the core. As she fled, she laughed. Now the real war begins. The spirit guardian bowed, and Zhao Ren was helping them. Outside, snow began falling over the camp, and from the northern ridges, wolf horns sounded. Chakul Sini, Episode 25, Snow Wolf Ambush Winter buried the frontier in white silence. Lin Yue led a convoy carrying hidden weapons to mountain allies. At Wolf Fang Pass, the ambush came. Enemy cavalry erupted from blizzard fog. Arrows rained from cliffs. Avalanche traps thundered down. At their head rode the northern warlord called Snow Wolf. Massive. Merciless. Battle vanished into snowstorm chaos. Men fought half-seen in white death. Lin Yue used the vault to summon hidden shield walls from supply carts. But Snow Wolf smashed through. He challenged her directly. Steel clashed on frozen ground. His strength nearly broke her guard. At the last moment, she unleashed a forbidden relic from the sealed chamber. A gravity chain that dragged riders from horseback. Snow Wolf staggered. But before she could finish him, Zhao Ren appeared among enemy ranks, alive, smiling. You should have stayed dead. Rage flooded Lin Yue, yet enemy reinforcements surged. Shen Rui dragged her into mountain caves. There they discovered cave walls covered in symbols matching the deepest chamber of the heavenly vault. Another hidden gate, another secret, and perhaps a power older than the vault itself. Kudi, Episode 26. The Cost of the Vault. Inside the mountain caverns, the first keeper appeared. Its golden eyes held warning. You have overused the war treasury. Lin Yue's silver lifespan thread appeared, now alarmingly thin. Every miracle, every supply army, every relic summoned had taken years. She hid the truth from others, but Shen Rui had seen the silver strands in her hair. He confronted her. What is the vault taking from you? She answered only, time. Before more could be said, scouts brought grim news. Snow Wolf was marching toward the hidden cave, seeking the gate. Lin Yue studied ancient symbols on the cave walls. They revealed a second storage nexus, an older branch of the heavenly vault buried beneath the mountains. If awakened, it could turn the war, or destroy them. Enemy forces attacked before dawn. The cave became battlefield. Snow Wolf broke through stone passages. During the duel, Lin Yue pushed the vault beyond safe limits. Opening both storage realms at once, silver storms tore through the caverns. Ancient weapons erupted from hidden chambers. Snow Wolf was driven back. But when battle ended, Lin Yue collapsed, coughing blood. The price had come due. And far away, Lady Su Wei smiled, because weakening Lin Yue had always been part of her design. Episode 27, The Mountain Gate Awakens. Lin Yue awoke weak, her pulse faint from overusing the heavenly vault. But there was no time for rest. Snow Wolf had retreated, only to return with siege forces aimed at the hidden cave. The ancient symbols on the cavern walls pulsed with silver light. The first keeper whispered, "This is the mountain gate, older than the heavenly vault, its twin." Lin Yue pressed her blood to the stone. The mountain split. A colossal hidden chamber awakened beneath the peaks. Rows of ancient war chariots, bronze guardians, weapon stores untouched for millennia. A second secret treasury. But unlike the heavenly vault, this one had no spirit guardian. Something slept at its core. Shen Rui urged retreat, but enemy troops breached the cave. Battle erupted among awakening relics. Lin Yue activated bronze guardians. Stone warriors marched against invaders. Snow Wolf himself charged through the chaos. Their duel shook the chamber. At the climax, Lin Yue used both vaults together. Heavenly Vault and Mountain Gate linked. A storm of ancient weapons overwhelmed the enemy. Snow Wolf fled wounded, but the linked power triggered a deeper seal. At the center of the chamber, a black crystal coffin began opening. Something inside moved, and the first keeper bowed in fear. Takuru. Episode 28. The Sleeper Beneath Stone. The crystal coffin opened. Inside lay a warrior in black imperial armor, perfectly preserved. Eyes closed. Ancient. Terrible. The first keeper whispered, "The first war sovereign. The original master of the twin treasuries. A ruler who once fed armies across kingdoms and nearly conquered the world." Lin Yue stepped back. Then the corpse opened its eyes. Silver fire. Alive. Or something beyond death. It looked at Lin Yue and knelt, recognizing the vault's master. But peace lasted moments. Lady Su Wei arrived with enemy cultivators. She had followed the mountain gate and wanted the war sovereign awakened for herself. Battle exploded around the crystal chamber. Ancient guardians fought cultivators. Shen Rui dueled Su Wei's commander. Lin Yue faced Su Wei again. During combat, Su Wei revealed a darker plan. The northern invasion was only phase 1. A greater imperial coup was already moving in the capital. The throne itself was in danger. At climax, the war sovereign rose. With one strike, he shattered enemy formations. Su Wei was forced to retreat, but before fleeing, she stole a black seal from the crystal coffin. The first keeper went pale. That seal controls imperial armies. Lin Yue understood. War was no longer about borders. It was now a struggle for the empire itself. Episode 29. Return to the burning capital. A messenger arrived through mountain snow. The capital was under coup. Corrupt ministers had seized palace gates. The emperor was missing, and Su Wei held the stolen black seal. Lin Yue knew the frontier war had only been distraction. The real battle was at the throne. She marched south with Shen Rui, the war sovereign, and ghost supply forces. As they neared the capital, smoke darkened the sky. The city burned. Rebel banners flew above imperial walls. Inside the palace, Su Wei sat in empress robes beside traitorous ministers. Waiting. Battle erupted at dawn. Ghost supply troops opened hidden city arsenals. The war sovereign led bronze guardians through palace gates. Lin Yue fought toward the throne hall. There she faced Zhao Ren one final time. He laughed. "You were meant to die giving birth." Lin Yue answered, "And you were meant to fear me." Their duel ended with her relic blade through his chest. At last. Revenge complete. But Su Wei escaped into the throne sanctuary with the Black Seal, and the Empire trembled on one final battle. Tokurchi, Episode 30. The Heavenly Vault War. Inside the Imperial Sanctuary stood an ancient altar tied to the Heavenly Vault core. Su Wei activated the stolen Black Seal. Imperial Guardian armies awakened. Thousands of bronze soldiers rose. The throne room became battlefield. Su Wei cried, "With the vault, I can rewrite history." Lin Yue answered, "No. History ends here." Two reborn women unleashed everything. Vault against stolen seal. Prophecy against prophecy. At climax, Lin Yue merged the Heavenly Vault, Mountain Gate, and Core. The full war treasury awakened. Silver light flooded the palace. Su Wei was defeated. But to seal the treasuries forever, someone had to bind their power. It would cost a life. Lin Yue stepped forward. But Shen Rui stopped her. Together they shared the burden. The vault stabilized. The rebellion collapsed. The emperor restored Shen Rui as rightful heir. Peace returned. Yet the heavenly vault doors slowly closed, their age ending. Thursare. Episode 31, Empire of Her Own. Finale. Months later, Shen Rui was crowned emperor. But Lin Yue refused the title empress. Instead, she built something greater. Using hidden treasury routes and the remaining secret storage realm, she created trade cities, granaries, and merchant empires, independent of corrupt nobles. An empire of her own, no longer victim, no longer fugitive, but founder. Women once abandoned found refuge under her banner. Villages once starving prospered. Her lost child, revealed alive through fate's hidden turn, was returned to her care. The circle healed. One evening Shen Rui asked, "After conquering destiny, what remains?" Lin Yue smiled, living. In the final scene she enters the quiet heavenly vault one last time. Most treasures are gone. Only the first keeper remains. It bows. "You were not chosen by the vault. You remade it." She turns. The silver gates close. And legend begins. Of the woman left to bleed in childbirth, who was reborn and built an empire no one could take.